Hello everyone, this is Chris Surface here with SDI FTT 211. Today we're going to be working on the crown of our muzzleloader. The first thing I wanted to do is go ahead and verify the squareness of the actual muzzleloader itself. Let me adjust my square here so it doesn't get stuck on the vise. Alright, let's go this way, it's a little easier to see this way. I'm going to run this around all the sides here just to see if there's any gaps in between. So far I'm not seeing any gaps. Everything looks pretty square. That one might be a little bit out of square right there, so I think I'll take some sandpaper and file that down just a little bit to get it all squared up. Yeah, it looks like this side right here is just a little bit higher. I'll go ahead and zoom in and show you a little bit closer what this looks like. So this is currently what the muzzle looks like right now before I do any kind of work to it. I'll show you the out of square I was talking about. If you look very closely, well, it's kind of hard to see, it doesn't want to focus. There's a slight gap on the right side there by the 22. So I'll have to sand it down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and hit that with some rougher sandpaper and work my way down to fine sandpaper. Alright, I was able to get it squared up pretty good. The spots that were high to begin with are no longer high. I did that with some 60 grit sandpaper and a sanding block. I'm going to go ahead and use some finer sandpaper that I have over here, and I got some 120 in here. I got just a variety pack of different grits of sandpaper. I'm going to use a finer grit to clean up the marks that are in it. Sorry, it's out of focus. I'm going to clean up some of those marks and make it a little nicer before I start doing my actual crowning. Alright, here's a close-up after I got all the way down, and I used all the way to, I think, 600 grit. And that's all squared off. I did kind of knock down the edges here a little bit. I don't like a real sharp edge. So I hit it with a little bit of a file and touched it up with some sandpaper. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and lap it. I went ahead and I got the lap put in my drill. And I got the lapping compound over here. Got this chucked up in a vise as tight as I can get it. I'm going to go ahead and add a little lapping compound. Well, it's a little thicker than I thought it was going to be. Add lapping compound, make sure it's on there. Got the drill set at a low speed. We're just going to sit here and apply some pressure slowly and let it do its thing. Let me take it out of hammer drill mode. I'm going to check this frequently just to see if it's working, see if it's doing what it's supposed to do. Make sure I add more of this lapping compound, make sure there's enough on there so it doesn't actually sit there and just metal on metal. Okay, I got it all lapped now, and I went ahead and cleaned it up, and here is the final product. Sorry, it's going out of focus. But you can see it's got a slight bevel on the inside there. And that'll be it for this week's assignment.